Good afternoon, Skill Center. I'm Lauren Massey, and this is Danny DeRocher, and we're bringing you the student news.
Wednesday was Administrative Appreciation Day. Thank you to Karen and Miss Therese for being outstanding in their field.
Miss Therese, good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Administrative Professionals Day.
Thank you.
On behalf of everyone here, we have this for you.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate everything that you do. We love working with you. We want to thank you.
We want to wish you a happy Administrative Assistance Day. We got you some flowers and we got you a card. And we wanted to say how much we appreciate you providing support to Miss Therese here at the front desk.
Thank
We're glad to have you.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Thank you for everything, Karen.
Oh my god.
Do you have anything you want to say to the masses, to the people that you help every day?
I just love working here, and it's been a really nice year so far, and I'm just so glad to be here.
The 11th grade Keystone classes have their CDTs next week, Monday through Thursday.
Next week is prom, and we have Mr. McCollum to discuss expectations. Make sure you remember those permission slips for your significant others who don't go here.
As you're all anticipating prom 2017, that'll be coming up on May 5th, I want you to remember a few things. First off, it's very important that you attend school the day of prom. If you're not in school May 5th, you will not be allowed to go to prom, and there will be no refunds. Also, make sure that when you are leaving school that you don't participate in anything that could get you into trouble during prom. So if you've participated in something and the people at the door can tell, you'll be barred entrance to prom, and again, there will be no refunds. All school rules still apply while you're at prom. Make sure that you're using the appropriate language. Make sure you're doing things that are appropriate for prom. We want to make sure that everyone has a good time. If you have any questions or any concerns, or if you're going to bring a guest, please make sure you see myself or the front desk to get that permission form. And have a great time at prom.
April is Autism Awareness Month. 1 in 68 children are diagnosed with autism every year. Ms. Hammy's Family and Consumer Science classes are learning about the importance of recognizing the early signs of autism. Early diagnosis is crucial to the treatment and independence of those with the disorder. Students have been putting up posters that are displayed around the school to increase awareness.
The Tony and Guy field trip is May 5th, with limited spots available. Please go to the front desk for permission slips.
Let's see what else is going on around the Skill Center.
Honey, I found the darndest thing.
What is it, dear?
Our high school yearbook when we first met.
Isn't that a hoot? I don't think I danced since then. Bring it here. This shirt brings back memories. My girl, my girl, my girl, talking about my girl.
Jeez, Mom, what is that?
Oh, nothing. Just a little thing from a time when we were actually happy.
I want to know.
Don't worry about it, champ. Say, let's go get some ice cream.
But it'll spoil your dinner.
You say that like your cooking is worth eating.
Matthew.
Precious memories are worth way more than $5. Get your yearbook today.
What's this, Joe? What is this?
Welcome to your tape.
So Morgan, have you ever saw the 13 Reasons Why series?
Yes, I have.
And how do you feel about it? Do you like it? Does it?
I think it has a good storyline to it.
And how do you feel about the suicidal stuff going on? Like that's what it's trying to, touch up on.
I feel like that if they wanted to reach out about suicide, they could have done it in a different way.
So Miss Taylor, how do you feel about the 13 Reasons Why series? Do you like it?
Yeah, I actually do like it. I read the book whenever I was in high school, and I recently watched the series, and I do like it. I think it's bringing awareness to suicide prevention.
So ladies, how do you guys feel about 13 Reasons Why? I'll start with Josiah first. How do you feel about it?
I absolutely love that show, and I think that it had a great meaning to it.
And what about you?
It's just stupid. I do not recommend it to anybody.
Why you feel like it's stupid?
Because I watched a part, and it just does not interest me at all.
Meaning, and it means like suicide is not the way to go.
She got you beat.
Hey, I'm Zachary Beeman, and I'm actually here to give you our brand new current events. This is your world news in 80 seconds, 20 seconds, who knows how many times you want to put into it. But, okay, let's go. North Korea actually continues to rattle its saber at America and its allies with nuclear weapons and threats of nuclear war. In America, nuclear submarine as well as regular air patrols and military exercises continue to increase tensions in the area. A terror attack recently occurred in France this weekend, continuing to add to the far-right anti-immigration candidates and the ideologies rising in Europe. The first 100 days of the President Trump actually nears closer, and numerous organizations of journalistic and political importance continue to dissect his presidency so far, specifically pointing to his numerous legislative failures in getting rid of the Affordable Care Act and Muslim bans, for example. Within the week, it is possible the government could actually be shut down because of the lack of a new government funding, resolution, and or debt raise. As of now, no one's sure what to expect. Thank you.
Hey Skills Center, the word of the week is Joan. Fawn, do you know what Joan means?
Ah, shucks, golly gee, I don't know what Joan means. I've never heard that word before.
Well, let's go ask a few people and see what they think it means.
Miss Burnett, do you know what Joan means?
Joan? Like the Joni Joan? Are you talking about like a Joni Joan? Or Joan?
Joan.
Like the name Joan? A Joan. Like a thing? It's like a thing! That Joan, the Joni Joan, and the thingy thing, yeah.
Zion, do you know what Joan means?
Joan? Isn't Joan like, you know, like a thing? Like, I'll be like, oh, look at that Joan right there. Or, oh, I got this Joan, that Joan, I got a lot of Joans.
Mr. Thayer, do you know what Joan means?
Yeah, that is when you first have the bud, the seed first comes up out of the dirt and it just barely starts cracking open. That's exactly what that is.
Do you know what Joan means?
Joan? I'm gonna say that thing.
Miss Morris, do you know what Joan means?
Joan, based on that term, it's probably the ethnic word of a part of something, or that Joan. Hand me that Joan right there. That's what I'm thinking it is.
Joan, a multi-purpose word that can mean nearly anything.
For example, I could say, I took that Joan into the Joan and put it in the Joan, which could mean I took that book into the library and put it in the bookcase.
Hey Skills, for your in-depth story this week, we're going to cover prom. Prom is taking place on May 5th, next Friday, from 7 to 10 p.m. at the Manicourt Club.
Tickets went on sale this week. A single ticket is $8 and couples are $15. You can purchase your tickets in Miss Hezekowski's room during AM or PM tutorial, or starting next week, you can purchase them during all lunches from Mina Weiniger.
Last week we announced your prom court nominees. Your queen nominees are Mina Weiniger, Harlem, Alman, Cheda, Feliciano, Morgan Petrus, and Ariane Benjamin.
Your king nominees are Mecca Ibe-Marie, Dante McLaurin, Will Gartner, Deontay Pittman, and DC Carbajal.
For the second year in a row, DC has been nominated for Prom King. He even won last year. Some say he might even win this year too.
We went around the school and asked some of you who you think is going to win this year.
Who do you think's going to win Prom King and Queen?
This year it'll either be Dante and Harlem or DC and Cheda again.
I think Cheda and DC are.
For King, I think Deontay Pittman, and for Queen is Harlem.
I think it should be DC and Harlem because I just think it would be funny. Harlem would be like this tall and DC would be this tall.
I think DC and Cheda are going to win because, you know, Cheda, I like her poster. I like how she did that. Plus, I like the little middle top picture that she did. I was like, oh, yes. And DC, you know, he kind of my big brother to me. He kind of like a big brother to me, so I think he's going to get it again.
And now to Wendy Will with your weekend weather.
CSE, my bros, what's going on, guys? I'm Wendy Will with your weekend weather forecast. On Friday, it's going to be mostly cloudy with 0% chance of rain. It's going to be 61 degrees and then 55 degrees later on. On Saturday, it's going to be nice and showery. But that doesn't mean you don't have to take a shower, you stanky bros. Anyway, it's going to be 58 degrees and then 50 degrees later on. And on Sunday, it's gonna be thunderstorms. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a chance of rain at 90%. It's gonna be 67 degrees and then 61 degrees later on. On Sunday, you probably don't want to go riding the waves, bro.
Well, that'll wrap it up for this week's News Skills Center. I'm Lauren Massey, and this is Danny DeRocher, and we're wishing you a happy weekend.